Hi, this is Eric. I am the giant triker. This is the sitting next to a tree edition of the channel. It's very windy today, so I figured I'd maybe get out of the wind a little bit behind this tree. We'll see if that helps with some of the noise here. I want to talk about drones in this video. You know that I actually have a DJI Mini 2 from some of my earlier videos, shown some of that footage before. And that's been a really wonderful drone. It's pretty reliable and it's compact. That's the cool thing about it. I can actually fit it into my little side bag here, and I can just remain seated in the trike, get it out, get the controller out, and launch it, and never even have to get up, which is really cool. I love that about the Mini 2. And I also had a Skydio 2. It's now a Skydio 2 because I sold it. Now, a lot of you out there might be really tempted to buy one of those, and if you've seen some of the video I've taken with that, that footage is pretty amazing. But there's a lot of problems with trying to use a Skydio 2 while riding the trike. For one thing, I did have a problem with it hitting a power line once. So trying to follow at 20 miles an hour, it doesn't have time to see that power line and react. And it only did cosmetic damage, but I was still really leery of power lines after that. It actually did get caught in a tree without leaves. I don't think trees with leaves are a problem. It has plenty of time to see and react to those. But it's still a little bit of a problem. It loses line of sight, and while it can still follow you via GPS and using the beacon, it seemed very precarious. That's what I'm trying to say. So you know what Kentucky has a lot of is trees. They're everywhere. And power lines, typically you'll find those next to roads and trails, which is where I ride. This particular road, Mount Horeb Pike, that I'm on now, has no power lines above ground, it looks like. So this would actually be one of the few places where this would be good. So I always found myself having to limit where I could even think about using it. And I was always worried about getting it out. And then I would only get like a few minutes of footage where there were no trees or power lines where I could actually use it. So one solution you might think for avoiding power lines and trees would be just to have the drone follow you from behind or even in front of you where it'll be above the road. That's actually more dangerous. If it ever were to do an emergency landing, I actually saw a video where somebody was using their Skydio 2. It did an emergency landing right in the middle of the road. Luckily, they got back to it before any cars had come. But if that had landed on a car, it could cause an accident, or I mean, even being out in the middle of the road, somebody comes up on it, they might swerve to miss it and potentially crash into somebody or something. So the following behind or in front is really not a good solution for trying to avoid the trees. So the other main problem for me was trying to multitask riding the trike while also flying the drone, or like keeping an eye on the drone and using the beacon to try to avoid those power lines. And it felt unsafe to me to try to do both things at once. I was either gonna wreck my trike or the drone, or both. So all of these things kind of added up to me selling the drone. Hello. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, just chilling. It's a really nice day. It's a really nice day out here. Yeah. Yep. All right. I've always loved this corner. Yeah. This is an amazing intersection. I mean, just looking at the lake and the way the sun glints off of it. Perfect. Now coming around the bend here, we've got the DJI Mavic 3. There's a lot of rumors about price and specs. I don't really buy into any of that. It sounds like it's gonna be super expensive, but I'm really waiting to see the price when it hits the market and make a decision if maybe I'll get one of those or potentially get the Air 2S from DJI. I really like the Mini. It's very portable and convenient, but I feel like the controls feel a little funky. Maybe it's just because it's very light and not as powerful. I'm not sure. And on a windy day like this, it's going, the gusts were 20 miles an hour. That's the top speed of the Mini 2. And I was worried that, flying it today, I wouldn't fly it on a day like this. Those more powerful drones, I probably could. Maybe not, I don't know. If the Pro 3 really is $2,000 or whatever, I may be a little bit more wary of trying to do that. So I'm wondering if anybody watching, do they fly drones while they're biking, and which drones that they fly and their experience with drones. I'd look forward to your feedback. And again, for me, the Mini 2 is really good, but I think I can get better quality footage with something like an Air 2S. I just have to decide where to put that money. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching, and please forget to like or subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
Thank you.